Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yali Mother to all friends, and thank you for joining us today. We will continue to read the Calgary Farman of July 24th of last week. Ya Molai Merban, Ya Molai Merban, Ya Molai Merban, Madad Farma, Ya Molai Merban, मदद फरमा मदद फरमा या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा मदद फरमा नूर मौलाना शाह रहीम अल हुसैनी हाजिर इमाम या मौलाए मेहरबान तौफीक ताईद हिम्मत व यारी मौला तौफीक ताईद हिम्मत व यारी मौला या मौलाए मेहरबान मदद फरमा मदद फरमा. Yesterday, we read 2 pages of this Faramin, and the last word lines were, it is the responsibility of every Ismaili to work to improve their lives for others, to recognize and to serve Allah's creation to the very best of your ability. I give you my best loving blessings for the fulfillment of this sacred service, and that this service brings you spiritual and material happiness, that is bring you closer to Allah, that it brings you ease, comfort, and strength. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. So today we will start from this page number 3. Please recite the Holy Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. My dear Jamaat, in order to be able to competent to serve, you must first take care of yourself. You must take care of your families and your children. The early years of our children's lives are fundamental. They are a period of rapid development. Access preschool and kindergarten, and also educate your children at home. Teach your children from an early age the values and the ethics and meaning of our faith. Your children may learn from what you tell them our values are, but they will learn better from your example. If you treat them with kindness and patience and love, they will learn to love and to be kind and patient. If you spend time with them and encourage their curiosity and play with them, they will build self-confidence, respect for others, and they will stay interested in learning. If you remind them of the constant presence of Allah and pray with them, this will bring them a lifetime of comfort. Raise your children to be competent, ethical, generous people of faith. By being these things yourself, this care for your children is a service. I'd like to take a couple of minutes and talk about this paragraph. Is there anyone on this line who already did not know what Imam wished for the parents? And what does Imam wish for our children? We knew this long time ago before we even became parents. But Imam is reminding us how important this part is. And Imam is telling us two sides of it. Not only that you must be devoted for the best upbringing of your children, but also a role model for them. Not just a word, but teach them by your own living example. I remember in our very basic lessons early on during the COVID, I wanted to jolt the parents and the listener. And I said, and I still remember, and brings a big smile on my face, I challenged the minds and hearts of the parent by saying, what if I would tell you that you are the one who are teaching your children how to lie, and you are teaching your children not to be generous. You are teaching your children to be selfish. And of course, I had a big smile on my face, because sometimes you have to jolt the people so they may start to reflect and think for themselves. Because normally, whatever way we are teaching, coaching, guiding our children, in our mind, that's the best way, and that is the only way, and that is the perfect, the right way to do it. Until someone comes and shake you up a little bit. For example, when phone rings in the good old days with our home phones, we tell our children, tell them I'm not here. You teach them how to deceive and how to lie. Or don't share your lunch with others. Don't share your toys with your brothers and sisters, with your siblings. We teach them not to be generous and be a selfish. We never meant that. We never meant to teach them lies. We never meant to teach them to be selfish. But we did. But only way we will understand that if we reflect on that. Could you have, if you had a chance again, to use different words? For example, when the phone rings, if they are asking about me, tell them I will call them back. See, you could have done that easily without teaching them how to lie and how to deceive. There was another way. There was a way to not talk on their phone if you did not want it to. Or you could have simply not answered the phone. There was the choice, but we chose to lie. And teaching them generosity, sharing things. Why Do you think our children are so selfish today? And I'm just talking commonly. I'm not talking about your children. But sometimes we wonder that I am so generous. How come my children are not as generous? How come they did not adopted my way of working and doing things? How come they don't have that generosity that I have? Because when you go to Jamaat Khana, you help other people, you take the Nandi, you give donations, but you don't see your children doing it. You know why? Because we never taught them generosity. How many times did you take your children to the food kitchen to help the poor? How many times did you take them to Jamaat Khana? And instead of you giving donation, you told your children to submit the donation. So they know that this is the value we bring as a Jamaat to our future generation. How many times during the events you told your children that you must take few dollar out of your money and be generous with it and help others? Practically, how many times have we done that? Because this is how we teach. And look at this part over here. Teach your children from an early age the values and ethics and meaning of our faith. Your children will learn from what you tell them, but they will learn from your action, from your examples. And when you treat them with kindness and patience, they will learn the same. And then the very last part over here. Raise your children to be competent, ethical, generous people of faith. Generosity is part of our tariqah. Open heart is part of our action in our tariqah. By being these things yourself, you cannot say, well, this is for my children. I already know what I'm doing. No, you have to do it first, so your children may learn from you and then follow. This care of your children is a service, your khidmat to the humanity through your children, because your children will grow up to be as good or even better than us. Because whatever we are, we are. But I think we have opportunity to be even better in our children. What we are not able to do, inshallah, we'll be able to do with our children. Teach them the best that you want it to be, inshallah. Let's continue with the Farman. I hope that my Farman this morning is leading you to understand the purpose of which your material and intellectual gift should be used. Shah Karim have talked about this many times. That your education and your wealth is not for the purpose for you to get rich, but so you may know the God's creation and you may lend a hand where help is required. I'm paraphrasing. When Allah have given us this material wealth and intellectual capacities, that's a gift which has been entrusted upon us. We must return that and take it forward to others. We all want to live a good life, and we should want for others what we want for ourselves. Allah has given each one of you unique talent, gifts, and abilities. so that you can serve Him, the Allah, best. Yesterday we talked about that. Ask yourself, what have I done today, this week, other than being selfish, helping myself, what I have done to help others? If you cannot think of a single thing, and remember, you're working for your family and you're cooking for your family does not count. What have you done for others? What you like for yourself, like for others. Imam continues, my Jamaat in Canada has been generous with material gifts, with talents and skills for the benefit of the Jamaat here in Canada, for the benefit of the global Jamaat, and for the benefit of wider society. Inshallah, end of today's session, I will take few minutes and talk about this, raising the children and helping the others. And I will not take too much of your time. I probably will take maybe 3-4 minutes, if Kyal and others will allow me to do so. Remember that the purpose of your wealth is first to take care of the immediate and future needs of yourself and your families. And then it is to enable others to rise, to improve the lives of others, so that all of Allah's creation is able to live in dignity. Remember, Imam says, remember the purpose of the wealth. Of course, the charity begins at home. We wanted to see our family live a good life, but at the same time, what about our family, the extended family, our brothers and sisters? I remember telling a story one time that I knew a family where one brother was so rich, whereas all of his sisters, they were all in social welfare line. Not because they needed home. They just wanted to educate their children, which they did not receive from their parents. They wanted to make sure their children would have a dignified life, where they would not have to stand in the line for the social welfare to beg for the money so their children can go to school. Now ask yourself a question. What kind of Ismaili are we? Where one brother, that his bank account, his home, his children are prosperous. But the sister or sisters in this example are so poor that they cannot even to send their children to school. That is the sad part. Forget about others. What about your own families? Look around you. Help your own families first. Make sure your brothers and sisters, your cousins, your close families, and then your Jamaat, and then your society, and others around you. It's all about how you see the purpose of the wealth, which is a gift. What Allah had not given you that gift? What if you were in their position? Think, reflect. And Imam is coaching us, guiding us in very soft manner. He's not forcing us. He's leaving up to you to do the right thing. And right thing is to do right by yourself, your family, your extended family, and more extended family, your Jamaat, your community, your societies. So this was the first line of Farman. Now look at the second line. My Jamaat is law abiding. We don't take advantage of others. Unfortunately, I have seen many times more than I wanted to remember, where we don't follow the law, and that law can be the ethics of Islam. We fight amongst ourselves. We break the laws of the land, and we break the laws of the ethics of our faith by taking advantage of others. Keep the ethical values of our faith alive and present in the creation of your wealth and in the distribution of your wealth. Look at the two parts. It's important how you earn, and it is more important how you use that money to help others. And we will talk about this, like I said, at the end of this session today, inshallah. My Jamaat in Canada has come from different parts of the world, and we carry with us the cultural identities of our origin and our unifying Ismaili identity. We add to this the identity of being Canadian. All those makes us stronger. It is my wish and prayer that those arriving to Canada today should be successful in their settlement here. My Jamaat is made up of pioneers, and you are the courageous pioneers of today. It takes courage to support yourself, to leave your homes, your families, your familiarities of your culture, to rebuild your life in a new place. Migration is a part of human history, and it is part of our Jamaat's history. But not everyone has the ability or opportunity to migrate when they need to. Your presence here is a testament that you have courage, resilience, and capacity. And I am confident that you have the capacity to settle well, and even better than those who came before you. My Jamaat and my institutions are here to help you. And I call on my whole Jamaat to do what you can to assist your brothers and sisters to build stable homes in Canada. You must also be self-reliant and be responsible for the quality of your own lives. You know, Hazrat Imam in his early Farman in USA and Canada have talked about this, that if you are not stable, if your feet are not firm on the ground, how can you help others? Establish yourself so you may help others. And here Imam again reminding us to be self-reliant and be responsible for the quality of your own lives. Don't wait for others. Establish yourself and then go out and help others. Whenever you are able, it is my prayer that you help to improve the lives of the people around you in any way that you can. And sometimes just giving them your 15 minutes, not necessarily you have to give them money, but your one good support talk of 15 minutes can change someone's life. Just listening to their problem and maybe guiding with what skills and knowledge you may have. I give you my special blessing that you may find stability and ease in your life, that you and your families, wherever they are safe and secure, that you have the courage to continue to strive for the betterment of all your lives. I pray you develop strong bonds with community and that you feel a deep and secure sense of belonging. I am always with you. I urge you to keep faith alive and present in your life. This will bring you comfort and strength and clarity to find the way forward. Kanavadan, Kanavadan, Kanavadan. Amen. Ismailis are called upon to serve. Here, emphasize on the word Ismailis. You are given a special place in humanity. Ismailis are called upon to serve. Those who serve in our families, in our Jamaats, and elsewhere. To those who give of their material wealth to the Jamaat and to others. Wherever and whomever you serve, you are on Allah's path. There is a spiritual benefit in all service. Keep your service pure. How can you keep your service pure? Think about that part. And we will talk about this, inshallah. I give blessings to my volunteers who serve with love and unity in their hearts, who serve with kindness and patience and respect for the Jamaat, who serve with joy and happiness, who replace division and discord with unity and love. I pray that service bring your life purpose and meaning, that is bringing you closer to Allah, and that it shines a bright light on this straight path. I pray for your strength to stay on Sirat al-Mustaqim. I pray for Mushkil Asan. I give special blessing to the volunteers who serve their local communities and their countries. These blessings are for all my volunteers here and around the world. Keep your service pure. You know how you do it? Your intention, your niyat must be pure. Your intention is not there to show off your shiny blue uniform. Your intention needs to be pure. And that is, I want to serve the murid of the Imam and the children of the Imam around the world. I wanted to make them happy, so I may make my Imam happy. And sometimes that's a tough calling. It takes a lot of courage, lot of softness of heart, and sometimes you have to be firm when it's needed. But kindness and patience is required. In the line of duty, you have to become dirt. the bottom of the bottom of the feet of the mu'mineen. Humbleness. But at the same time, you have to be strong and courageous to do what you need to do to make things right for the Jamaat and for other in communities. Meaning you have to make tough decisions sometimes. You have to give qurbani of your time, your skill, your money, some time of your life. You know what are the great example of that? Look at those mu'mineen who are around the Imam. You know, we look at them and we see that they are always with Mawla Papa. Oh my God, that's a great job. But if you look closer, you will understand how much qurbani they have to give. Sometimes they don't see their families for days and weeks after weeks. They give their entire life for the service of the Imam and service of the Jamaat. And sometimes they have to be firm to achieve what they need to achieve. So we have to look at their qurbani and then follow on their footstep, be kind and be firm at the same time. Ready to give your qurbani of your time, your knowledge, and your money when it's required. Let's see if we can read a little bit further. I believe we have a little bit time. I'll take one more page and then, inshallah, I'm looking for this one paragraph. Once we reach that paragraph, we will stop. Khanavadan, 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 Ameen. My dear Jamaat, you will each receive a gift of tasbih from me. Let it remind you that only the soul is eternal. Give time and attention to the health of your soul. Seek the light of Allah through your formal prayers and through your remembrance. So two kinds of prayers, your dua and your remembrance, which is your ibadat. Reflection and the contemplation at any time of night and day. Connect your soul to His light. Let His light guide your life. Stay on the Sirat, straight path that will guide you to Allah. I give you my best loving blessings. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. I believe this chapter is very clear that it is the light of the Imam that will guide you. So come closer to this light. Let that light open your heart, open your eyes, open your ears. Let that light guide you on Sirat al-Mustaqim. My dear Jamaat, my Mukhi Kamriyas have offered me mehmanis on your behalf. I accept these mehmanis and all your good intentions. I give you my best loving blessing for your service. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. I have also accepted the mehmanis of my student Mukhi Kamriyas, Mukhyani Kamriyani. Khanavadan. I'm always profoundly happy when I meet the young members of my Jamaat, of our Jamaat. I am uplifted by the vibrancy and enthusiasm and potential and the promise of their future. In the past, I have met with my youth separately, but today I have chosen to address you with your parents so that you can hear my Farman together. To all the young members of the Jamaat, I give you my best, special loving blessing. I pray for your happiness for the easing of your difficulties, for your good mental and physical health, for success in your studies and in your work, for success in your spiritual and material lives, for your strength of faith. Kanavadan, Kanavadan, Kanavadan. I see each one of you, and as I see how bright you shine, brightly you shine. I hope that you are as happy to be here as I am to know that you made the choice to participate in today's Didar. At least I hope that you chose, the choice was yours. Mullah pause for a second. Whatever the circumstances, I'm so happy that you are here. Some of you know the background story, what Mullah Bapa is talking about. There were a lot of great discussions among the youth that why do I have to travel from one city to other to go to the Zidar? So Mullah saying, this was your choice, and I hope nobody forced you to come here. But I'm happy to see you, and I'm happy that you made a good choice, and this choice was yours, that you came today, and I'm so happy to see you here. As your Imam, what happened in your life and how you live your life is of the concern to me. You are discerning young adults capable of making informed decisions for yourself. Among those are the conscious and sometimes unconscious decisions that you will make about your relationship with your faith and with your community. I would like to speak to you about both of those, and I'll start with faith. Our faith is a faith of conviction. There is no compulsion in our faith. The practice of our faith is an act of the heart and our intellect. Very clearly, Imam is telling our youngster. Developing convincing conviction for anything, not just in faith, is not passive. Faith is active. It requires engagement, personal engagement. That is the faith. Each one of you has a good God-given intellect, your akal. You must use your akal to explore the deep and important questions of what you believe. It is through the use of your akal that you will form conviction. Our community is a courageous community. Act with the courage upon your convictions. This is the only way to be truly free. What a change! I remember our parents, our grandparents, oh, my children don't do this, my children don't come to Jamaat Khana, my children don't believe the way I believe. Imam is clearly saying, let them use their free will and their intellect. You cannot force faith on anyone. You cannot scare them that if you don't believe in Jesus, you're not going to find the heaven. That is not our faith. We don't use those techniques. If you don't believe in Allah and His Tawheed, you're going to hell. We don't use any of that. We give them information and ilm. We coach them on the right direction. But we also tell them, use your logic, use your intellect, see what is right and what is wrong, and make your decision, and whatever the decision is, I'm still going to be your parent and I'm still going to love you. And that takes a lot of courage. And watch what Mala Baba is saying in next two paragraphs. This does not mean that you should act on a whim. I'm talking about engaging actively and constantly, consciously. The purpose is to understand for yourself what you believe. People may guide you, they may advise you, and they can make suggestions. But decision about your engagement with faith can only be made by you and you only. Our relationship with the faith may ebb and flow throughout our lives. कभी कभार डगमगा जाते हैं हम. This is natural. This is to be expected. Don't be alarmed by this. Participate in your faith in ways and at level that you are comfortable with. This is a personal to each one of you. Engage with the notions and practice of your faith on your own terms. These terms may not be the same as your parents' term, and this is okay. I do not and I will not judge you. I will always love you. And our spiritual relationship is always available to you. Imam saying, I'm connected to you. If you need me, just call upon me. If you call upon me, I will answer you. We are connected. Our spiritual relationship is always available to you. And I will always be here for you. Your Imam will always be here for you. We are a faith community. Our values are grounded in the ethics of our faith and information, the functions of our community, but belonging to our community and practicing our tariqah of Islam are not the same thing. But belonging to our community and practicing our tariqah of Islam are not the same thing. We have members of our community who are not Ismaili. They may be married to Ismailis. They may practice another religion or no religion. They may have children or stepchildren who practice another religion. Our focus should not be on what separates us, but on what we have in common. These people are part of our community, and we should embrace them fully. This is a very important distinction that I make. Faith and community may be a synonym for some people, and that's great for them, but it does not have to be a synonym for everyone. But stay connected to the community. To belong to our community, belonging is not a binary thing. Meaning you can be part of our community, but not necessarily part of our faith. You can be part of our community, but not necessarily part of our faith. Vice versa. You can be part of their community, but not necessarily part of their faith. It goes both ways. So belong to our community. Belonging is not binary thing. It's not that you have to be fully in or fully out. You can participate in community life as much as or as little as feels right for you, but stay connected. And it's both ways. I do not want you to underestimate what strength there is in belonging to a community. In a world in which social isolation and individualism are on the rise, belonging to a community keeps you connected to the real world. Meeting with people face to face and learning how to find common ground. Keep an open mind and be curious about what it means to belong. Get to know the community, get to know the people of our community, and stay connected. So that's the first step for our youth and our Jamaat. Initially, stay committed. Doesn't matter what your beliefs are. Doesn't matter how you see the Imam. Doesn't matter if you recognize the Imam or not. Minimum you can do is belong to the community. Come to Jamaat Khana, socialize if that's what you want, pray if this is what you want, but stay connected. Be part of the community, belong to this community. Human beings are social beings. We don't thrive in isolation, and yet some societies promote the idea of individualism above all else. This is a dangerous part. Some people, some societies promote the idea of individualism above all else. This is not how we understand our place in the world. We are people who brings people together. We are not people who divide people. We are not people who divide the communities. We are not people that say he is not part of me and I'm not part of him. We are not those people. Because the Quran teaches us the importance, the value, and the benefits of being part of the community. And my Jamaat are contributors to the society. We help to make the world a better place. You must prepare yourself to live your life so that you are productive and contributing to the importance of society. This does not mean not having fun. In fact, those who serve are among the happiest people I know. But it does not mean preparing yourself physically and mentally to be strong, but it does mean preparing yourself physically and mentally to be strong and well equipped to be helpful and to stay, and that start by taking care of yourself. All right, look like my time is over and I did not get to their paragraph. Let me see if I can get to their paragraph quickly, because that was the important part I didn't want it to cover. I'm sorry. I did not and do not mean to oversee the other parts of the Farman. I wanted to get to this Farman. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. This is on the last page, page number 9. My dear Jamaat, I will now leave you physically, but remember that I never leave you. Do you hear, Mula Papa? I will now leave you physically, but remember that I never leave you. I'm here physically with you now, and I'm still with you after I leave this room. I'm always with you, every second of every minute of every day. I'm always, I never leave you. Those who reflect will understand the meaning of my words. Very important part. I never leave you. Those who will reflect will understand the meaning of my words. I hope that you will take time to reflect on this Farman, to think about it for yourself, and perhaps to discuss it together. I leave you to make your own meaning of what I have said to you, and this is correct. How you incorporate guidance into your life will reflect how you understand my Farman. The deeper you understand your understanding, the more benefit you will drive. And I want you to remember that all my guidance is intended for your spiritual and material benefit. Your action in this world, your deeds are of the direct consequences on your spiritual life, deen and dunya, faith and life, walk together along Sirat al-Mustaqim. And I will stop here. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad.